Representative Stephen LaRoque is a primary sponsor of the Sunshine Amendment bill. He joins us here on the set. Why are state laws that are on the books not enough? You need a constitutional amendment to guarantee sunshine.
I believe so. What we see is local government and government at all levels tends to try to wiggle out of providing the information, and then folks have to go to court and sue. And a constitutional amendment will make it, I think, much more difficult for that to happen.
What made you think constitutional amendment? Do you think voters would vote this through? You have that confidence in their decision making?
I do, because this bill is very similar to Florida's bill, and I believe it passed with about 70%. So it should, I believe it would pass with a pretty large majority in North Carolina.
Now, I've read this bill. It's written by lawyers, of course, and every person has the right to inspect or copy any public record under some parameters. Why do you use the word right versus privilege?
Because they paid for it. If the taxpayers paid for it, they have a right to see where their taxpayer money is going. And so that's why I believe that it is a right as opposed to a privilege.
Now there's three sections here. The General Assembly has an option to, by 2/3 majority vote, I guess, to exempt certain information from public eyes.
Right, and that would be on a case-by-case basis.
Now, would you have to file a bill to
Yes.
hide some information, go through the committee process, both chambers signed by the governor?
That's exactly what you have to do. You have to get 80 votes in the House and 34 votes in the Senate.
Why did you pick such a high threshold?
Because once again, we go back to the public's right to know. If we're going to make it so that they can't see what's there, then it should be by a supermajority, or have the vast majority of the legislature should say it's okay not to reveal that information.
What types of information should the average North Carolina have access to, and in what circumstances does the public not have the right or the privilege to know what was said, what was written, what was filed?
I think everything should be open, and then we should have certain exemptions. Whatever is on the books now will remain on the books. That will still be exempted when this goes into effect. Anything that's passed between now and the effective date would be that way. But as far as listing the various things, I really don't want to pigeonhole myself or the public. I think that it's something that's up to the legislature to make that decision by a supermajority.
Your philosophy behind this bill, do you not trust state government to be open and honest with the public?
It's not that I don't trust or mistrust anyone. It's that I think the public has a right to know. They paid for the information. They have the right to know what's there.
Representative Stephen LaRoque, thanks for being on North Carolina Now Legislative Week in Review.
My pleasure.